Hello guys, welcome on here today. On today's lessons, we are going to talk about why poultry farmers fail in Nigeria and how to avoid it. Alright, so let me tell you something most people will never tell you about poultry farming in Nigeria. Poultry farming is not hard, but surviving in poultry farming is very hard. And the reason many farmers fail is not because of diseases, it's not because of feed prices. No, it's not. It's not because of any other mistakes you can think of. It's because of these five secrets, silent mistakes I'm going to share with you today. If you are planning to start poultry or you are already losing money, watch this video to the end, right? And make sure you share. My name is Victor, the CEO of VC Agro Farm and Livestock Enterprise. I have managed layers, battle production drops, calculated feed intakes per gram per beds, and handle expansion challenges. And today I want to speak honestly, not motivational talk. I don't want to just motivate you, but from my real experience. So I'm going to share these five mistakes with you that most poultry farmers do in Nigeria. All right. So mistake number one: starting without understanding the numbers. Most people start poultry because they heard someone is making money. They buy beds like 300 beds to 500 beds, sometimes even 1,000 beds. But they cannot answer this simple question, all right, which is how much feed will one bed consume from week 1 to week 72? They don't know. If you don't know the numbers, your farm will control you instead of you controlling your farm, all right? You must know how many grams per bed a day. Your mortality percentage, you should be aware of that. Your expected production rate when your birds start laying, you should know. Your break-even point, your production percentage, you should know that. Poultry farming is mathematics and not emotion, alright? So mistake number two is ignoring feed quality. Feed is 70% of your success in poultry farming. Most people don't know. But many farmers buy the cheapest feed available because they want to cut or save profits, which is very bad and really dangerous. They don't check the crude protein, the amount of crude protein level in the feed, the amount of calcium level in a particular feed, the energy content. They don't check. They just ignore all this just because of a little profit margin. And later they complain that the production dropped from around 85% to 60, fluctuating up and down. If your feed is wrong, your birds cannot perform. I can bet you on that. So make sure you take note on these steps. Alright, the next mistake, number three, is no emergency funds. This one is really dangerous and most farmers don't know about this. Many farmers invest all their money into buying beds alone, forgetting that there is other unseen challenges. And they forgot that feed price can increase anytime. It fluctuates. Disease can break and anything can happen. Market price can drop and you will be left stranded. If you don't have a backup capital for at least 2 months before your birds start feeding or before your birds start laying, 2 months upfront feeding projected capital for your birds, then I can bet that you are gambling seriously. Farming is business. So business requires reserve capital or funds before it can actually stand. Alright? So number four mistakes is poor record keeping. Let me ask you a very simple question. I hope you could answer. Can you tell me your exact production percentage yesterday? Can you easily tell me the production percentage and track everything happening in your farm? Can you calculate the feed conversion ratio? Can you track your daily mortality? If you cannot measure it, you cannot improve anything going on in your farms, and I can assure you about that. You know, most cereal farmers know their daily egg count, they know what their production looks like, their feed consumption daily, alright, their mortality rates, and their medication charts, how it looks like. This is how to detect your problems very early. Alright? Then number 5, the last and not the least, no market strategy. Most farmers just produce large numbers of eggs crates and they don't have market. This is where many people collapse and fall into traps. They produce eggs but they don't have buyers ready to pick them immediately the birds are laying. They depends on middlemen that can easily run away anytime. They panic sell when even if the price is not okay, then their profits disappear all of a sudden. Before increasing your bets, do well to increase your market. Alright? There was a time my production dropped unexpectedly. So instead of blaming something or the village people or witch or bad luck, I just checked through my record, my feed intake, calcium, content and level, the lighting hours that I gave my birds, and the stress factor that can contribute to why the production dropped. That is when I understood that poultry farming rewards discipline and not emotion. That is it. And let me be honest with you, poultry farming can change your life entirely. But if you treat it like a structured business that is well calculated, a calculated investment and a long-term system, not a quick money scheme. Alright, so I want to just give you a quick solution that will help you avoid failure and how to survive in this industry. Okay? Start small, but know what your structure looks like. Plan well, start small, and know what your structure looks like. Know your feed calculation, how many birds or how many grams a bird will eat. You should know all this. Know your feed calculation. I keep repeating on this. So you can calculate the estimated amount of bags before going into the project. Make sure you record all practices happening in the farm. Keep a detailed record, get a note and jot down things. Secure your market before expansion. Go out to the market and tell people that you produce eggs. Yes, and I hope you understand this strategy works very well for you. Always reinvest your profits once the profits start coming, because if you do it right and follow these steps, definitely profits will come. And most importantly, be open to learning. Keep learning. Keep learning. Relearn, be ready to relearn and do everything a farmer do. Alright, so if this video open your eyes, don't just like it, share it with other farmers who needs to hear the truth. And on my next video, I'll break down exactly how much 500 layers can generate monthly with full cost analysis. Subscribe so you don't miss out. Alright, thank you and have a wonderful day.